Hi Susan, this is just the video that I was telling you about that we make. So some of the images I have put arrows on just to clarify a few things. So starting off with the front dormer to the right hand side. So as you can see there's a few arrows on here. So there's multiple areas. You can see the silver areas where they've used lead to make repairs. The tiled area above the dormers. You can see they're all out of line, which will allow water to get in. You've got debris here in the valley. And then you can see there's a lot of slip slates. The ridge isn't fitted properly. So those silver brackets, they're meant to be spaced evenly. And as you can see, there's big gaps and then smaller gaps. Lots of shoddy repairs done on the dormer roof. The hips are in pretty bad condition. Moving further down, you can see there's holes in some of the tiles. Again, at the bottom of the dormers, you can see that all the tiles are out of line. Then if I can zoom in here, you can see that it's starting to become a hole where the tiles is collapsing. And then this is just a bit further around, a bit better of a view of where the holes are coming. As you can see here, the wood's actually on show. You can see that this wood's starting to rot at the end, which is never a good sign. Then you've got multiple slip tiles. Again, this is the other side of the dormer. If we zoom in here, you can see that the wood is failing. You've got slip slates up at the top. Zoom up here. You can see here that the slates are all out of line. Again, another repair made with lead, which is never good. Odd size slates that don't fit properly. You can see that this ridge isn't meant to be overhanging, so that's meant to be cut on an angle with a lead saddle under it. And then up at the top, again, they've used lead instead of real lead to cap it off, which will allow water to get in. Now this is the right hand side dormer. Again, hips is in poor condition. Slates are all over the place, not very level, not very even. You've got another hole up here. You can see it better on the next photos. Ridge line's all rusty. And you can see the brackets that's holding the zinc on ain't actually screwed down. It's missing the lead saddle off the end. And obviously this one has the correct lead saddle. Slip tiles. Move to the next photo and you can see, again, these tiles, they're not nailed down. They're just hanging there, so if we get strong wind, they'll start blowing off, causing more damage to the inside of the property. Then we've got another hole in the roof. So you'll obviously, as you can see, the wood's looking a bit perished under that. Bad repair made here where they've just pushed some lead under it. Lots of slip tiles. Then now this is the other side of the dormer. Obviously again, repair's been made. Valley's not done properly, sorry about that. So the end of those ridges are meant to be cut like this section. So they're cut on an angle, so you can actually brace them up properly. Obviously this part's missing the lead, and if you zoom right in you can see the wood showing again. By the looks of things, it's actually been fitted over an old ridge system. You can see with the rust underneath. And this is the chimney stack that I was talking about when I was on the phone. You can see there's a crack right through the centre. So that'll have to be ground out and obviously repointed back up to make it sit properly. This is the scoos. So you can see there's a lot of vegetation growing in the gutters and obviously in the joints between each gable stone. Again, your ridge line's been bodged repaired. Someone's decided to put mortar in this area instead of a slate. Lots of cracked slates. You've got cracking up here. This is the new pointing work that was done. So you can see it's really badly cracked, which will allow water to get into the property. Another bad repair done there. They've pushed the slate under. Then we've got more slip slates in that section. More slip slates and vegetation. Basically the same all over the roof. Ridge needs replaced. Then you've got more vegetation here. This is the area where I said that you've got a shrub growing out of the roof. So that's going to want to be tucked away, and obviously there'll be a hole underneath that. Zoom out so we can see the full images as they're sliding through. Again, more vegetation. So this area where they've pointed up underneath the back dormers is obviously that's meant to be a lead saddle, and they've done it with a mortar mix that's going to obviously allow water to get into the property. Again, up the side of the dormer you can see there's slip slates, and then I don't know what's gone on here, but the front elevation of the dormer, those tiles ain't correct. Going around you can see that there's been holes where they've patched up with lead R. There's a tile up at the top that they've actually mortared on for some reason. Same down this side. So the four dormers are in really bad condition. This is the last of the four. As you can see, the tiles there in really bad condition. All over the place, not nailed in. You can see the nail holes. Vegetation growing on the roof. More lead R. I don't know if these was temporary fixes or if you had someone in who didn't know what they was doing. But as you can see, this valley's in really bad condition too. Let me zoom in on that. You can see. So it's starting to crack. It's been repaired again with lead R. That hasn't been done properly. So that's in pretty bad condition. Again, more vegetation growing out the gutters. This chimney is obviously the one that never got the repair works done on it. So if we zoom in on that, you can see that there's cracks in multiple areas, which obviously if we get strong winds, it'll just blow the chimney pots off. You've got a big crack running right the way down to the ridge line. Ridge line's just been repaired again there. You can see obviously this pointing along the chimney's failing. Same as here, you can see this will allow water to get in because not done correctly. These was the areas that users already had pointed on the external walls. But as you can see, as I flick through the photos, there is a lot of bad areas in the roof, like I said to you yesterday. So I'm going to give you two options for pricing. One is just repairing the dormers, repairing the ridge and the pointing. And then the other is to completely do the roof. I can also add a section in of just repairing the worst damaged areas of the tiles. So maybe like 3 or 4 sections of bad damaged tiles, to see if that would be better for you guys. But you can see the full roof is in really bad condition. So I'll just quickly flick through these, just different angles of the roof, and as you can see from the aerial view, the dormers are the worst areas. Like I discussed with you yesterday on the phone, we are pretty busy at the minute. Booking wise, we stopped taking bookings after October, just because the weather gets too bad to strip a roof off and strip any large areas. So I will need to get an answer off of that pretty soon. Thank you.